So we're talking about melons. I've had a bit of a history with melons. I've tried every year for the last, I would say, 2018, 19, 20, different ways of doing it. First time I attempted, I had a couple of successes, a couple of little melons. Not too big, just little ones. In a pot, big pot. So I thought, why don't I put them in the ground in 2019? It'll be bigger space, they'll grow all over the place. Didn't work. Last year, I found some seeds that I didn't know what they were, planted them, put them in a bigger pot. I had quite a few, about 5-6 little small melons, just nice, gala type. So I don't know exactly which ones they were, but they were, you could tell they were gala type with crinkly skin on the outside. I put some in a pot. I put some in the beds in the polytunnel. On one side they had lots of light, the other side exactly the same, but once the tomatoes grew, it's obscured the light, so they didn't really grow. The ones on the other side that had a bit more light, they grew better. So this year I'm going to attempt to put them in bigger pots again. They seem to grow better in pots, and I'm going to put more feed in them and see what happens. Anyway, this year I'm going to grow different types. I kept the seed from last year, so I'll be putting some of them in. So this is a melon of our F1. It's a gala type, this one. So with the seeds, with these sort of seeds, normally you can put any seeds flat, but these you don't, because if you put them flat like that, they tend to rot. So as you can see, the seed there, the pointed side which is there, that's the bottom. The more rounded side at the top is the top of it. Anyway, what I tend to do is I put them, obviously the pointed side down, which goes in like that. I tend to do that with squash as well, pumpkins, stuff like that. Because obviously with the pointed side down, that's where the root's going to come out, and then the leaves are going to come out at the top. So this is, I'm just going to put 5. Got that one on the side there. You can't put them on the side as well, as long as the flat edge, that edge there, is on the side or the bottom. But I tend to like just do that, like I says. And I've got a label anyway. I've got a label there for them. So like I says, like I tend to do, like just a little bit of soil, just covering them, not like putting them too deep. Obviously it'll tell you on the seed packets that you get how deep to put them, but I just tend to just push them down. And luckily, like I said, I've got the label, so I'll put that label in there. The next one I've got is melon Melba. I tried to grow this a couple of years ago. I wasn't successful. I don't know why. What I did wrong, I don't know. I never got any. So see, once again, most seeds are exactly the same size anyway. It says you'll always find the pointed part. It says you can't put them on the side like that, but I tend to like put them in. I always like to put 5 in, so it gives us 5 chances for them to germinate. I might get all 5 of them to germinate, but I'm hopefully going to be building another type polytunnel structure, which I'm going to try and grow the squash and watermelon, or melon I should say, into them. It says it's telling you that sow them February to April. And it'll be telling you the typical things on the back like it normally does. What does it say? It doesn't actually say its temperature or anything like that. Indoor grown, sow seed singly on its edge, as I said, like on the edge. You can't, like it says on the edge, the flat edge, but I tend to just go down like that. Pots covered with a fine layer of compost and firm, keep warm A kitchen windowsill will suffice. Keep moist. So I'll write that one. So you got them. Got that one. I tend to like I say, is just cover them slightly like that. The next one I'm going to be doing is one from Real Seeds, developed by Glenn Drowns in 1977. One of the best to try in a polytunnel or greenhouse in the UK. Very early, small, red-fleshed fruit. Organic blacktail mountain early watermelon. So this will be my first year of trying watermelon. And obviously with these real seeds, you don't get hundreds of seeds. Start in small pots, which is technically what I'm doing. Cover as you would a courgette in warm areas and might dry outside. Plant in a sunny spot after danger of frost has passed. Better to grow in a polytunnel. Plants are intolerant of waterlogged soil, so be careful when watering. So, we'll just see. So, like I says, if after I've got some spare seeds, and you'll know straight away if they've rotted. That's why it's always best to have a few more seeds spare, so you can attempt again. Because sometimes it can be too cool in the greenhouse if you're doing it there, and tends to let the seeds rot. But the soil here is quite damp. That's what you need when you're doing this. You don't want any dry soil, put them in. So it's, you know, they've got contact with a bit of moist soil. Where's them ones? Sorry, I nearly got the wrong ones there. Anyway, these ones here are the normal watermelon that you get at the supermarket. So I say to keep some. So obviously this is a watermelon that's telling you that these are good for UK, so guaranteed these ones have been from abroad, Spain or something like that, somewhere warm. So I'm going to attempt to grow these, so I kept these just in case. So I'll do exactly the same thing. I'll put 5 in each one. They might work, they might not. Sometimes when you get seeds that you collect, they're not really the true seed, like from the plant, because sometimes things can self-pollinate. Some things can, well, pollinate other things, so you don't really get the true plant. It's true with a lot of plants. So that's why when you get one of the melons, this one, that's why when it says F1, to my knowledge, it's basically telling you that you'll never get a true plant from it. You'll never get another, you'll not be able to grow these from these seed. I'm sure that's what it is. I'm sure. I might be wrong, I don't know. So I'll just put these in. If it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. I've not lost anything, you know what I mean? It's not like I bought the seeds, I've kept them, so I'm just seeing if this works or not. Put them back in there. So I'll get them labelled up. Obviously I don't like the water on top here because you can't rot the seed, so I tend to like put the water in here so it soaks up from the bottom. Sometimes it does get dry on top, so I might put a little sprinkle of water, because you know you don't want it too dry for the seed to come through, and it's trying to get through a hard layer of soil even though it's moist underneath. So I'm hoping that these should be ready coming up within 2 weeks. Obviously as you set your seed away as the months go on, you know, you might set them in January colder, February a bit warmer, March is going to be warmer again. So I'm hoping come tomorrow, it's the 1st of March, and it's 3 weeks later, and goes into like the end of April, you know, a lot of these plants will be ready that I'm seeding up, and I can put them on and take them to the allotment. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, it was just me trying different varieties. That's what you need to do. So hopefully I'll be doing some updates, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So it's bye from me in Crampton, Northumberland. I'm in the shed. Bye.